Okay, and we're live. Welcome to Press Start Podcast, episode 11. We're back and we have a really great cast with us today. And we're going to be talking about a lot of interesting things that has been going on in the gaming industry. And I'm going to go ahead and start off and introduce the people. We got Demon Ralph.
What's going on?
That's it.
Oh, I you said you were introducing us.
You gonna go plug your stuff, bro?
What's going on, guys? Demon Ralph. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Demon Ralph. I do video games. I do anime. Thank you for having me, Kofi. Really do appreciate it. Love being on your cast.
All right, yeah, we got J Main.
Yo, it's your boy J Main. Back checking in with the podcast. Please check out my channel. I will be doing a giveaway, $15 PSN money.
Oh shit!
Already? Gee,
yeah,
I'm about to join.
I got 3.5 subscribers, but hey, they've been supporting me. So yeah, my channel J Main 518. Please check it out. But glad to be here. Great cast. Let's get to these games.
And we got Mr. Million Rand.
Hey, what's going on, Kofi? Thanks for having me. It's nice meeting everybody here for the first time. I'm the host of the TXR podcast, the Xbox Roundtable, on Monday nights, and I'm here to talk some fucking video games, dude. Let's do this shit.
I like it. That's what I like to hear.
And we got Mr. Megadiv.
What's going on, guys? For anybody who doesn't know me, I'm at Mr. Megadiv on Twitter, or just John. You just call me John. I'm part of the Super Deformed Gamescast, which goes live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please go and check us out. Give us a sub. We would really appreciate that, and I highly suggest everybody go and check out last week's episode when we had the creative director of the Dragon Age series, Mike Laidlaw, on. Wow. We did like an hour-and-a-half interview with him, and it was really awesome. He had some really good insight into kind of what makes the Dragon Age series tick, so highly recommend you guys go check that out.
And we got Tony. Say what up, Tony.
Yo, what's going on, my man? Kofi, man, we're back. Episode 11. Press Start Podcast, man. Very excited to be here. For you guys who may not know me, I got a bunch of shit. So I write for geek.com. That's my day job. I also write for The Coalition, and I'm the host of the Throwdown Podcast, which will be having a new episode this Thursday. And then on Sunday, we're going to have Throw Down Your Questions. We have both of those podcasts coming. And again, thank you for having me on. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. Gaming, boy, let's go.
And yo, we got the one and only Gaming God, the best multiplayer gamer around. BG, say what up.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Weapon Wheel, broken skill tree. I already know.
All right, yo. So now we got all the our introductions.
Yo, you forgot somebody, son.
Oh shit!
Hey man.
Did I just pull a hip hop gamer again? Yo, how am I forgetting dudes out here? Yo, I'm gonna hold this loaf. I'm gonna eat a whole stack of bread real quick. Yo, we got the one and only Jack.
I don't even feel like, bruh.
Yeah, I messed up. I messed up your phone,
shit,
bro.
man. You miss a month of podcast, and this what happens.
Bro, I missed a couple of episodes, Jack. Man, you gotta allow me, man. You haven't been responding to my messages, man. Having me feeling a type of way. And shit. Come on, man.
Hey, what's popping, everybody? It's Jack Moo, man. The guru, giddy up. But you can also call me your pony commissioner.
Perfect. It was healthy.
Perfect.
Hearing that live is always a lot better than hearing it.
Yeah, it really is the best intro, son.
Even though Jack, yo, what's up with me forgetting, man? Out here, bro.
Hey, bro.
Yo, man's had hip hop on and forgot media for the life. That shit had me dying, bro.
Yo, hip hop is crazy, son. Yo, I had him on my podcast a couple months ago, right? And we were having a discussion about, because he was talking about how it's on TV, on his TV, fucking Crash Bandicoot looks better. We called him full of shit. My man brings his cousin in to tell us otherwise. Like, tell him how I look on my TV.
Yeah, I'd be tripping, y'all. I'm gonna be back on my A game, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. But let's get this podcast started. I'd like to start off with the topic that it's Xbox's 15th year anniversary. So I just wanna go around and see, yo, what's your favorite, Xbox memory, or when did you, started playing Xbox? So Demon Ralph, yo, when did you start playing Xbox?
I didn't start playing Xbox till Xbox One. I was a hardcore Sony pony for a long time until I got into PC gaming. Then my mind opened up. I got myself an Xbox One, and Sunset Overdrive is still even though it's a fairly new game, it's probably one of my favorite games of all time.
Ditto.
But congratulations, Microsoft, 15 years. That's some amazing shit.
That's big, yo. New customer right here. That's big,
Yep.
man. J Main, man, when did you start, rocking with Xbox?
I would have to say the 360, OG Xbox. I couldn't afford. I was like 9 years old. Like I couldn't really afford multiple consoles. So PS2 was definitely king, but 360 is when I really got into buying my own systems. And literally, I remember spending nights and days on the Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter demo. And me and my guy would just play that all night and day. That and, Call of Duty and stuff like that. But yeah.
Jack, I know, everyone, calls you the Pony Man, but yo, you actually used to rock with Xbox, or you used to have a 360, right?
I didn't have a 360. Okay, fun fact about me, right? Everybody know me as the Pony Commissioner, but there was a point in time where I was going to buy a 360 over a PS3. Now, a lot of people don't know that about me. Very true. My fondest memory of the Xbox 360 is when I went over to my cousin's house to play it. And what game did they have? They had goddamn Fight Night Round 3. I was mesmerized by that game. It was amazing.
That game was hot. That game was hot.
I
was like, I need this. I ain't gonna even lie to you. So
yeah, man. Yeah, at least Jack has something to say about the topic. I'm just happy that he had something to say about that. And we got the man with a million gamer score. Obviously, he has a lot to say about 15 years of Xbox. So yo, Randy, what's your favorite Xbox memory, and how did you get into Xbox and all of that?
Well, this may surprise you, but I haven't been with Xbox for 15 years because I was a Sony fanboy for up until about Halo 2 came out. Hardcore PlayStation fanboy.
We burning Bibles in here too.
Oh shit!
But Halo 2 changed everything for me. That's when I picked up an Xbox, and I literally played Halo 2 every single day for a year, multiplayer wise. I couldn't even count the amount of hours and kills and deaths I have in that game. And when the transition came to 360, I was waiting, because even then, even with Halo 2, I was still considering myself a Sony guy, right? I was waiting for the PS3. I picked up a 360 in the meantime, but then as soon as Sony was like $600 and get a second job, I was like, all right, well, that's too much for me. And I got addicted to achievements. The rest is history. My single greatest probably moment or memory is last year at E3, this year at E3, I got invited by Phil Spencer to break a million gamer score on stage with him, Mike Ybarra, and Major Nelson. I have a picture on my Twitter of when that happened. So that's that means a lot to me. That's like a dream come true. So
yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's a good one.
That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. John, man, what's your experience with Xbox? What's some of your favorite memories? When did you start with Xbox?
Well, so I primarily play on PlayStation, but I did have a 360, and I played a shit ton of Borderlands 2 with my brother, who is a 360 guy last gen. He kind of moved over to PlayStation, but we played a ton of Borderlands 2. There's a bunch of us, and we poured probably about 200 hours into Borderlands 2 on Xbox 360, and it was a great time. But my favorite memory is probably Halo 2 multiplayer with my best friend of 20 years who passed away 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So I always get a little emotional when I think about him. But yeah, he died. He died 2 years ago in July. 2014, a little over 2 years ago now, and we used to play Halo 2 that was our fucking deal. That was our deal. That was every fucking night we were playing Halo 2 multiplayer. Sitting there on the couch, fucking just sniping. It was amazing. So Halo 2 will always have a very, very special place in my heart because of that. So I'd have to say that is my favorite Xbox memory.
All right.
Dope. Tony, man, we know you a big PlayStation man too. But yo, tell us your experience with Xbox, man. 15 years, man. That's an achievement. Let's give it up for them.
Yeah, man, for sure. Now it's funny when the original Xbox came out, right? Like me and my boys, we thought that shit was a joke. We're like, man, the fucking Americans can't make consoles. That's Japanese shit, And this was just on the cusp of the Dreamcast dying, right? And then I saw all those games, like some Sega games, going over to the Xbox. So I was hating on it even more. I'm like, I'm not trying to buy an American system just to play, this shit. Fuck Xbox, Then the 360 came out. There wasn't except for Mass Effect, there wasn't really anything that looked like too enticing for me. And I had bought a PS3 and I was all on board with Sony. And I didn't get an Xbox system until like a year. Actually, yeah, shit. It's been one whole year now, November. So I bought an Xbox One because I wanted to play some of those exclusives. I bought a ton of them, and then obviously this year I haven't really been playing too many games on my Xbox because all those dope games are on PC. So I've been enjoying a lot of Xbox titles. So even though I'm not really playing on Xbox anymore, like Gears of War 4, to me, that shit is like one of the most beautiful looking games I've ever seen in my life. And I'm gonna keep it real right now. I like that game more than Uncharted 4. Controversy.
I don't think it's controversial.
Yo, Gears 4 is lit, bro.
I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying I enjoyed it more.
Yeah, it's definitely just as fun. Like,
but Gears 4 was good.
Yeah, but no, I remember one of my boys, like, because remember, because everybody here is talking about the 360. I want to go back to the original Xboxes. That shit changed the game. Like, even though I thought it was a joke back then, I will give it all its props for changing shit up. Like that was like graphics wise, that shit couldn't be beat. You play Doom on that motherfucker back in the day, that was insane, man. Like Doom 3 and fucking Halo, that changed everything, man. Like every first person game that's out now, like console wise, owes his ass to Halo because there was first person shooters before, right? But it was mostly relegated to PC. They didn't really get it right on fucking consoles. I know everybody likes GoldenEye and stuff, but even that was a little clunky. Halo made that shit sweet. I give it props. Like, yo, this is crazy.
Definitely a game changer, man.
Yo, and a bunch of good games. Like I remember the Chronicles of Riddick playing that shit. I was like, yo, that nuts back then, son. So yeah, mad props to the Xbox.
Yo, BG, man, what's your favorite Xbox moment? When did you start, when did you get your first Xbox, stuff like that, man?
Yeah, my first Xbox was the 360. Because, when during the God Stations 2 era, there was no didn't have an Xbox. Let's be real. That thing was king. So yeah, I first got on the 360 and my memories are like playing with my guys in college, just Halo, Halo till like 3 a.m. sometimes, just doing crazy shit, having fun, drinking. I don't smoke, but like they were always high when they played. They would always be like, you ever seen people get deep over shit that's not deep? Like they would start like, start like, looking into, Master Chief's life and wondering like how he feels and all this shit. Those are my memories.
Yeah, man. I feel you on that. Yo, let's introduce Jay Barry real quick.
All right.
Yo, what's good, everybody? You can hear me?
Yeah.
My bad for being late, man.
No problem, man.
Business transaction.
No problem, man. Yo.
This is the podcast.
Yo, do your intro real quick with Jay Barry. Yo, plug your channel and stuff, bro.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Jay Barry. Thanks for the invite. You know what I mean? It's been a proful, month. Man, subscribe, get PlayStation content. I'm gonna have a lot of content coming out, my pro thoughts, VR thoughts, all that good stuff coming very soon, man.
Jay Barry, we know you like the Superman of PlayStation out here next to the public commissioner, right?
Superman.
But yeah, I'm not gonna disrespect my man Jack move like that.
Jack move up there. He up there, He's definitely top dog right now.
All them
platinums he got, he definitely like top dog. But Jay Barry up there too. We'll give him his credit. But 15 years of Xbox. What was some of your fondest memories of Xbox? Have you ever like gamed on Xbox, or when have you ever like you have Xbox at some point? Like tell me some memories of.
Well, my Xbox, lineage is very sparse. But I do remember, the college days of people playing the LAN parties of Halo. That was really fun. Joining that and being a part of that. Even buying my Xbox One and playing Titanfall. That game had me so amped, yo. I love that game to death. But yeah, most likely the most memorable thing, the LAN parties in college. Dudes was getting wasted, playing Halo.
Yeah. I'm gonna quickly go over mine, cause 15 years ago, we actually got the original Xbox day one in my house. I was obviously too young because I'm actually a young man out here, not like super young, but yeah, you could call me a 3D gamer, I guess, right? So my brothers brought home the Xbox. I remember they had to split it to get it because it was mad expensive over here in Canada. I'm pretty sure it was like close to $600. But when we brought it home, I still remember the day, that console was crazy because we had Halo Combat Evolved, which like we played so much of it, and I got bodied by my bros so bad. Like the only game that I grew up where I could beat them was Fusion Frenzy, which is one of my favorite games of all time. Games of all time. To this day, I'm still the king in Twister System in my crib. No one could beat me. Back then, when I was a youth, no one could beat me. And right now, no one could beat me. So I like just great memories, playing Fusion Frenzy, Mad Dash on original Xbox. What else did I play on original Xbox? Halo 2. Yeah, my first online experience was on Xbox, So I've had a lot of fond memories of Xbox, and it's definitely a dope console. I don't know why I get so much hate. It does, but I enjoy the box. So that being said, let's move on. I think we all paid our respects to Xbox, like it's dead or something, but let's move on.
Like a funeral.
It's like a funeral out here, but Xbox still kicking. But let's talk about the Pro. This is the hot topic of the day, man. The Pro, man.
Yeah, it's really hot. It's melting shit. Right?
This is the hot topic because we got a lot to discuss about the Pro. So first of all, I just want to know who here has the Pro. Demon Ralph, do you have the Pro?
No, I do not.
J-Man, you have the Pro?
Yes, sir.
Jag, you have the Pro?
Sadly, no, I do not, sir.
Oh my God! And
I know.
And you the commissioner,
I know, man.
J Bar, you have the Pro?
Yeah.
All right. Rand, you have the Pro?
I haven't had a Sony product since the PS2.
Oh, damn. All right.
Real best.
John, you got the Pro?
Yes, I do.
All right. Okay. Tony, you got the Pro?
Man, you already know, son.
All right. And I know BG definitely has the Pro, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So first, I want to talk about, the console design itself. I just want to get your thoughts on, when we first seen, images or rumored drawings or crap like that, we all thought the shit was going to be extremely ugly, So I just, now that it's out and it's in our homes and stuff, I just wanted to get the thoughts on the people who have it. Like, what do you guys think how the console looks, aesthetically? J-Man, what do you think about it?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Well, me originally, I actually liked the design from when I saw the leaks from the beginning. To me, it just looked like a PS4 with an extra layer.
Mm-hmm.
But actually getting it in hand, it felt slim. It looked slimmer than it did in the images. At least the 3-layer part of it. It was heavier than I expected. I know there were some rumors going around about the weight back when, like some people were saying 10 pounds. I think it's like 7, but I'm not 100% on that. But I think it looks nice. It doesn't look like anything special. Like I said before, it just looks like a PS4 with an extra layer to me.
Okay, John, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, I don't think it's the best looking console in the world, but I certainly don't think it's the worst. It's heavy. It feels premium. It feels like a more premium build than the vanilla PS4. Speaking as primarily a PlayStation guy, I feel like the Xbox One S has a better aesthetic. I think it has a better design. But having said that, my Pro is right behind me, and I'm looking at it, and it's fine. I mean, I could get it. It could look like a pile of shit for all I care. Does it play video games? Cool. All right, let's do it.
Jay Barry, now that you had the shit home, what do you think about it? How does it look to you, bro? Overall design.
Originally I thought the console didn't really look good. I was like, damn, Sony, you gave no thought to this joint. You just put a layer on this PS4. But when you actually unboxing it and just doing a comparison to the original PS4, I thought it was gonna be like much bigger, like taller, and it's not. You know what I mean? It's just a little lengthier. That's by a smidget. But looking at it personally, it doesn't look bad to me. It's not like my man said right here, it's not a great looking console, but I like it. I like the finishes with the metal on the PS logo, and the bottom has the little buttons. I like that stuff, but it's an okay looking console.
BG, what do you think about the design of the PS4 Pro?
It looks fine.
This guy got food in his mouth. This guy's probably eating
What
Chinese
the
right
hell?
now.
Is he Chinese food again?
Today is a Chinese type day, though.
All right.
It looks fine. I mean, there's nothing really to say about it. It looks fine. It looks smaller than I thought it was actually. What it was. It's actually heavier than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
But
same thoughts.
literally after having it a day, you forgot it looks any different than the PS4.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Tony, pretty much the same, bro.
Yeah, like just like everybody said here, I was surprised by how actual like small it was because you saw the pictures like, oh shit, this seems to be like way bigger than the last one, right? Like it's like bigger long wise, you know what I mean, from back to front, like a little bit, but from like top to bottom, it's almost the same size. My only issue with it is like the slant is a little more now, you know what I mean? Like because it's a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Like I never liked the whole slanted shit, even with the original PS4. But other than that, it's like you guys say, you plug the shit in, you start playing. You're not that you like when you play games, you don't look at the console, you look at the games, so you're not even worried about that shit. I like it. I like the finish on it. It's like really slick looking and shit. It's dope,
Yeah, I like the little LED light too, man. In the front.
Yeah. My quick thoughts, originally when the shit leaked, remember people were making like mock-ups of it and shit. At first, I'm like, yo, this shit ugly. I can't even front. I'm like, yo, this shit absolutely ugly.
I don't want that shit in my house.
It wasn't that bad. Yeah, but now that I've brought the system home, I can't even lie. I was surprised how thin it was. I actually thought it was gonna be a lot, taller, right? So I was actually surprised how thin it was in the first place. And I actually thought the weight was not so bad. Like it is definitely heavier, but it's not no like old school PS3 where like the weight's like unbalanced and stuff. It's pretty well designed, and I really do like the the light bar in the middle now in the front. I actually think it's pretty cool. So like overall, like I was surprised the console design is actually not that bad, you know what I'm saying? So
hey, do you guys think that when we get the PS4 Pro Slim, it'll look exactly the same as the vanilla PS4?
You think we're gonna get a PS4 Pro Slim?
They probably look like they were smaller. Like
I don't think
I had this funny mental picture of like, here's the PS4 Pro Slim, and it looks exactly like the old original PS4.
it might shit without the light.
Yeah, man.
I was hoping that the PlayStation logo on the top would light up because when I was seeing earlier images,
I was kind of hoping that too. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yo, one thing I'm disappointed too, man. Yo, I want the tones back. When you boot up your PS1, when you beat up your PS2, you had a intricate tone.
Oh yeah.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Something like that with it, man. Like, come on, PlayStation.
Well, I mean, you get that little, you get that little 3-second tune. But I mean, if you want that, just download the PlayStation 20th anniversary theme. You'll get the.
When you boot it up,
and half the time, like the PS4 is always in standby mode, so I never like get it from the original boot up screen.
Yeah.
I never turn my PlayStation off in years.
Oh yeah, I got money.
Me either.
I was going on a trip or something, then
I got money. Okay.
Finally,
that rest mode. I don't care how much it halves the power. I ain't leaving it.
Yeah. Me too.
I always turn my shit off too. Yo, what do you guys think about the new controller though? The new DualShock 4.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same with the light bar.
Yeah, it's a DualShock.
It's the same with the light.
The rubber on the analogs were a little bit better though than the previous one.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
it changed.
I really
look at it now. It's pretty the same.
I really wish Sony would just. I wish Sony would do a first-party Elite controller the way Xbox has, because
don't they have a partnership with Razer?
Well, they with Razer and with some other company, Nacon. I can't remember the name of the company, but there's two third-party Elite controllers coming out, or Pro controllers, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've actually used an Xbox Elite controller, and it is legit the best controller.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking nice. Yeah. I can't. Yeah, real quick before we move on. Yeah, like if I were to say like. If I had a preference between the DualShock 4 and the Xbox One, I can't even lie. The Xbox One controller kind of slaps the DualShock, especially if you're using the Elite. In my opinion, it's all subjective. You know what I'm saying? But it's all subjective. But like for my hands, because I have like long fingers and shit, like a weirdo, right? So like it's just way more comfortable. Like I don't know. A lot of people don't like the Xbox One controller. And
I hate it.
Like
I prefer the
bumpers.
360.
Yeah, I don't understand. People
I hate
always
it.
say they like the 360 controller over the Xbox One. I felt like that battery pack. Now I can't go back to that because that shit just disturbs my hands. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I can tell you this much as somebody who has held and fired almost every firearm under the sun. It feels like you're holding a gun when you're holding the Elite controller, and I love the feel of it.
Yeah, it definitely.
It feels like you're holding a gun. That's the only way I can describe it.
I need my analog sticks parallel, man.
Analog stick off center like the Xbox.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to be a PlayStation guy, and I was fine with the sticks being where they are, but I can't go back. It's the Xbox controller is, especially Elite, is perfection, and I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know how they're gonna make an Xbox Elite version 2. You know, I mean, how do you improve it?
At this point, they could keep the same controller.
Why?
Literally, they could.
No,
leave it.
because they are because, well, I can't say anything, but they are making like
Exclusive.
stuff, but for the next one. But no, I mean, like they're always trying to innovate and try to do things. I mean, Sony does it, Microsoft does it. They always have, you know, they're probably going to be a new controller archetype that comes out with Scorpio next year. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
Sony do have a patent out right now for a controller that it can, it can switch like the analog stick and the face buttons.
I think
Yeah,
I think I seen
Where
that.
the hell is it?
Well, then fucking do it. Do it. Like I don't understand what the issue is. Like just do it. Like,
how many revisions of the DS4 controller have there been? 2? Because there's been 4 revisions for the Xbox One controller.
They all been very slight though. With the old school ones, they all been like very slight. I saw some like had no rumble, some had like no
there's literally
sticks.
no difference. There's literally no difference between the old DualShock 4 and the one that came with the Pro, except the fact that the light bar on the top or on the front of the control. That's the only difference. Otherwise, it feels like a DualShock 4, which is a huge step above the DualShock 3, which was
Yeah. DualShock 4 is definitely like way lead.
DualShock 3 trash.
Yeah, that was no one could tell me nothing.
I actually picked up a DualShock. I found a DualShock 3 in the closet last week. I was like, oh, look at that. I picked it up and I was like, how the fuck did I ever play with this?
I know, yeah, it's
Them triggers, man.
It's actually pretty bad.
I'll be asking.
It is
It's
pretty
still
bad.
goddamn tiny. I feel like I'm gonna break this damn thing.
I play first-person shooters on this bad. Well, I don't know how I did.
It squeaks. It squeaks when you try to twist it and shit. Like and the rubber's like, oh my god, on the sticks always like fall off. But anyways, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Hold on. Let me say one thing.
All right,
Have you guys tried the USB connection with the DualShock 4 yet?
No, I heard though that it's more responsive or something like that, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, wired, yeah.
Wired, it definitely responds faster.
I mean, that's always going to be the case for any Bluetooth controller, though. There's always going to be a very minuscule lag when it comes to any like Bluetooth device.
When you're hardlined, it's much easier.
Yeah, I think that's the difference with the DualShock.
Like everything's always
that's
better
not like-
hardwired though. Like even with internet,
Yeah, that's not a
everything's
DualShock
always-
thing or a PlayStation thing. That's
everything's
just a
always
thing.
everything's always better hardwired. All right, so let's talk about these pro enhanced games, bro. This is where like shit's starting to get confusing, man, and people will be scratching their heads because some of these PS4 Pro patches, ain't performing so good, So I just want to get people's thoughts on that. So BG, what games have you played on the PS4 Pro?
So the patches I know that work well, that were done right, and there's been more that work well and were done right than there are bad ones. There's just a few bad ones. Titanfall 2, that's an improvement. That was released. The best one I believe is Rise of the Tomb Raider. That's the best patch so far, alongside Ratchet and Clank. Apparently, even though they didn't make it like 60 frames or anything, it looks visually better. They did improve Battlefield 1, the frame rates, but people expected more. So yeah, those are the games that I know of that were good patches.
Okay, and real quick, BG, did anything since you brought this console home and you tried these games, did anything like make you say wow or not really?
I wouldn't say anything made me say wow because it wasn't they didn't do anything that I didn't already expect. I wasn't expecting like a huge jump. Like anybody who's expecting a huge jump wasn't paying attention. I thought it was going to make some games 60 frames and it was gonna make some games a little bit sharper, clearer, visually better. It wasn't gonna be, you know, I don't know what type of jump people expected from a $400, you know, I guess re-release that had a double GPU, but pretty much everything else stayed the same. I don't know what people thought that would be, but you know what I thought it would be is exactly what I expected. Better mid-release, you know, mid-generation performance, and that's what it is.
All right, let's get some other people's thoughts on this real quick before I add mine. John, what games did you play, and like how was your overall thoughts with these pro patches?
So I kind of, you know, when I got my pro, I kind of experimented. I took a few games through the rounds. Ratchet and Clank is actually probably the most impressive pro patch that I've seen, simply because it was already a gorgeous game to begin with. But once you implement, like, you know, HDR, the colors in the game, it's like playing a fucking Pixar movie, and it's just an insanely beautiful game. I would agree. I think Rise of the Tomb Raider, however, represents what I would like to see the Pro do going forward, in the sense that it gives you options. You know, like you can play at 4K 30 frames a second, or you can play at 1080p 60 frames a second, or you can go with, you know, the enriched visuals, which, to be honest with you, I don't really fucking see the difference between that and 4K. But that's what I would like to see the Pro do going forward. In regards to some of the bad patches, like BG said, it's a handful of patches. They're not many. And I said this on Twitter today, but this isn't, you know, people are angry at Sony about this, but you don't need to be angry at Sony. Direct your ire towards the devs, because Sony is responsible for the patches. The devs do the patches. This is not a hardware issue. It's a software issue. And these are things that I expect will be patched. I mean, it's going to get fucking patched. And you're talking about frame rate drops of 1 or 2. You know, I mean, it's to me, it's negligible. Having said that, it is an issue that needs to get patched, and I would imagine that Sony is probably pressuring these developers to patch them quickly, sooner rather than later. I played The Last of Us in 4K, which, especially in that area, right as you're entering Billstown, you're walking through that forest and you see those rays coming through the trees, and I was like, oh, this is fucking gorgeous. Skyrim looks really good in 4K. I'm playing through Dishonored 2 right now. I've already finished one playthrough. Amazing game, by the way. If you guys haven't picked it up, Dishonored 2 is wonderful. And I'm doing my Low Chaos playthrough right now, and I mean, that's another game that really shines.
I don't think it has a pro patch yet, though.
Is there not? I think there is, actually. I mean, I for Dishonored 2, I downloaded something for Dishonored 2. I was assuming it was a patch.
I think that might. I mean,
for the Pro, but I might be wrong. But I mean, regardless, it's a beautiful fucking game. Period.
That game looks like shit on Xbox One, though.
Yeah, that's really disappointing. I'm really
broken on PC.
Yeah, I heard. That's why I held off. I ain't picking it up right now.
Master Race life, man.
For real.
But yeah, I'm holding out for a Dark Souls 3 and a Bloodborne patch. Sony, please, or not Sony, but From Software.
From Software, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
But yeah, I like it. And to be honest with you, I think you're really going to start to see the benefits of
next year.
Evil 7 or, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn.
You
know, when there's been a little more time for optimization and people are more used to the architecture of the system, I think that's when you're really going to start to see the gulf widen between the vanilla PS4 and the Pro. Sorry, that was more long-winded than you probably wanted, but
that's not good. Not good. Yeah. So basically, I just want to touch on something that you said. Basically, that's how I feel about the thing. When I brought this thing home, I've tried a couple of games. I tried Ratchet, which that game already looked really damn good on the, you know, vanilla PlayStation 4, but it definitely did look a lot cleaner. You know, you could tell.
Which game are you talking about?
Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, it definitely did look a lot cleaner. But I heard that game also has HDR, and you know, on my KS8000, when I pop in the game, it says like HDR is playing, and the HDR effect in Ratchet and Clank, from my experience, is like non-existent. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from, you know, infamous First Light, where the HDR is like really, really good, and probably
I've heard it's really
the best awesome HDR game I've
with those neon colors flying around.
Yeah, the HDR in Infamous First Light was actually really impressive. So yeah, so I've been like saying this for a while now that like, yo, these launch games is really not gonna show us, the true capabilities of this console. You know what I'm saying?
I mean that Kofi, that's the price of early adoption, right?
Yeah. So
everything. There's never been a console that's launched, be it the PS3, the PS2, the Xbox 360.
Yeah. So I
suspected
that. So when I brought this console home, like I knew that these games are probably going to be like the worst ones, and I already know like all the real like PS4 Pro games are going to be like with Horizon, Days Gone, Spider-Man. Like I feel like those games coming in the future will be like really, really well done. So yeah, let's hear what Tony got to say about it. What's your experiences with these pro patches games, bro?
Yeah, like okay, because I'm assuming I'm the only one playing this shit on a regular television, right? So my experience is if you don't have a 4K TV, you're just rocking on a 1080. Kind of don't need this thing. Like the only reason I really bought a Pro is because my old PlayStation 4 got it's fucked up right now. Because I took it to a friend's house. We were playing Street Fighter with wired controllers. His fucking kids ran at it. Boom! Damn. But the thing is, I'm hopeful for the future because there's some games that I played where you can actually switch between like high res and 60 frames. Yo, Infamous First Light, man. Let me tell you guys about this shit. This is one of my favorite games on this system. I'm playing this motherfucker at 60 frames. It is beautiful, man.
It's like a whole other game.
Yes.
It's like a whole new game. And I'm
people don't realize how important like frame, like that double that 60 in these open world games like changes a lot.
It really does, son. And here's the thing, because I've been doing a lot of PC gaming now, right? So I want, I'm used to seeing games where you have multiple options, right? I realized this about myself now. I prefer higher frame rates and big, higher textures, if you know what I'm trying to get at. Like that's more important because it actually affects the actual game. Like even if you have res like that isn't that high, you can kind of get used to it, but the low frames will always affect your gameplay no matter what. So I'm hoping that we get more titles like Infamous and fucking Tomb Raider, which I know does the fantastic job here. Like I want to see more shit like that. Like because I understand that 4K is becoming bigger and bigger, but you got to give some to the guys that just have 1080p. What do you give them? You give them 60 frames a second, then that shouldn't be that hard to do. So that's my main takeaway. Like right now, like if you have a regular PS4 and you have a 1080p television, hold off. Wait until maybe next year, Okay. But we'll see. But I'm not like dissatisfied with my purchase. I still enjoy it. And here's one thing no one saw. I hate that sidetrack, but to me, this is important. If you guys use share play, when you do editing, it is way faster now because it has a bit, more powerful CPU.
Well, you can broadcast at 1080p now.
Yeah, it's great because for example, I recorded a video. I was playing Watch Dogs 2. It's the mission where you actually infiltrate Ubisoft, right? A funny mission, but it was a 6-minute video. Normally on regular PS4, it would take about 6 minutes to render. This was 3 minutes. I'm like, okay, this is dope. That's great. So that's a nice benefit from it that no one's really talking about. You could edit your shit a lot faster. Like John said, you could broadcast at 1080p now. So there's still some benefits. I just want to see more in terms of games,
I feel you. J-Man is another person that you're using your Pro on a 1080p TV right now, right, J-Man? So what's your experience looking like right now, man?
Yeah, pretty much like a lot of what Tony was saying. I do want to talk about the system features a little bit because like he was saying about the share play, you can also record in the 1080p and broadcast 1080-60. So like if you're big on YouTube and like broadcasting, it definitely has some great features. But as a 1080p display owner, I was impressed, like not blown away, but playing Uncharted 4. Like I don't know, before I was getting like this screen door effect on Uncharted 4 and Mafia 3. And playing on the 1080p display with like the downsampling, I was impressed by the image quality being so much improved than when playing on the OG PS4. So I can't speak on HDR or 4K. I don't have those displays. So like as a 1080p display owner, it's not something that you really need to go out and drop $400 on. Like I was saying in my video, you can, if you can get it for like half the price after trading in your OG PS4, and you just want the latest and greatest, then I think it's worth it. But as of right now, I can't recommend it for $400.
Okay. And Demon Ralph, yo.
I don't have the Pro.
Oh, you don't have the Pro. Okay.
No. I mean, I technically had a Pro 3 years ago when I got a PC, but
yeah. If we talk about PC, that I done had the Pro
Listen,
5 times.
I would agree with Ralph if there wasn't so many shit, PC ports lately.
Oh shit!
that's the only problem is the bad ports.
I was talking that PC shit too until like every other game.
Shit,
you fucking rolling the dice now with that shit.
Yeah. I'm not like tooting my own horn, but like that GTX 1080 in my rig though, be slapping that Pro though. J Bar, what do you have to say about that, bro?
First of all, I think you guys are very disrespectful. This is the Pro month, not PC. But nah, this is coming from a console only gamer. So when I got the Pro, I have a 4K display, HDR, all that good stuff.
Nice.
And that's a huge upgrade to me. People are like, I don't see the difference. There's no difference between 1080p and 4K. Stop it. Let's stop it right there. But these games look great. So far, the games that I've been playing Infinite Warfare, started single player, and Modern Warfare. Those look really good. Like I can see the big jump from that already. Just some textures, just lighting, all that good stuff. The HDR, it just makes everything pop. You know what I mean? I didn't get to play Titanfall, Tomb Raider yet. I play games like World of Final Fantasy. That game right there, I don't really see a difference. HDR with it pops a little more with the colors, but
I think that game looks worse, homie.
Yeah, I didn't really see a difference between the game.
World of Final Fantasy is one of the games that actually runs worse on the Pro. I don't know how the fuck that's possible. Yeah, but
I don't know. I hear a lot of people saying it look worse. I played the game. I got 40 some hours in that game. I'm like, it looked the same to me. I don't see no difference.
I hear you, bro.
But the biggest implementation I've seen is in VR. The best update I've seen is with a game called Battle Zones. Before with this game right here on the PlayStation VR, the game looked good, but you definitely see those anti-aliasing stuff. You seen the textures, some of the text. You squint your eyes just to see what's the reload. All right, okay, what I mean. But now everything is mad crisp within that cockpit. You know what I mean? Everything looks clean. That's like a huge update for me. Like I was like, whoa, this is really good. I was playing it all day last night. When I got home.
I'm glad you bring that up because one of the reasons the Pro was released is to make the PSVR games better. So you're already proven that it actually does benefit those games.
Yeah, it does because rigs as well. That looks better. Like just looking at your rigs and the weapons, you can see it just looks cleaner. Everything just looks sharper, and I like that a lot because even with I like PSVR a lot, but even on the PS4, you definitely see those little textures like a little bit. And sometimes you just got to focus in. You got to look real close and it will focus. But now everything just look a little cleaner. Is it PC quality? I don't know. I don't game on PC, but
so you wouldn't know. Yeah,
it looks better. Yeah, but that's
good. Yeah.
But the thing is, majority of the people that's buying this Pro is the people that's in my category. They're not gaming from a PC
for sure.
standpoint.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Those people are definitely seeing the benefit. I can understand you have a 1080. You're like, yo, come on, man. You know what I mean? But, coming from a PS4 original to this console, even if you don't, me personally, even if you didn't have the 4K TV, you still getting benefits. That's way better than this. You know what I mean? Do I think it's worth it even without the 4K? Hell yeah. Trade that old ass PS4 in $40 and get the Pro because you're benefiting on your YouTube channel where if you want to upload the gameplay or live stream, your quality is gonna be better there. The PSN features like share play, that's gonna be better right there because now you can actually do that in 1080p 60. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just an overall better PS4, and plus it's quiet. I can do a live stream and hear my fan going off like a jet.
That's some true shit right there, man.
It's actually not that. Well, I don't think mine's defective, but like I could still hear it. I don't think it's that.
I think
it's quieter.
Yeah. Honestly, it's just like any other console. I mean, I think it depends on what you're doing.
Like it doesn't bother me because look, right now my PC is like roaring right now, so it doesn't even bother me at all because I'm used to fans spinning and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
I ain't play a Uncharted game yet or a Naughty Dog game yet? Because them joints kick the fans.
Maybe it really depends on
Master Call of Duty on my OG had that shit sounding like a
If you watch
I still blame Uncharted 2 for killing my fat PS3, son. That shit murdered it.
I'm just hoping Horizon. I'm just hoping Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't make my Pro melt.
Yeah. All right, yo, let's move on real quick. I want to touch on.
Yeah, you know why I'm laughing. Son.
hashtag Meltgate.
I want to touch on something real quick before we get onto this melting pictures. All right. I hear some people are having PS4 Pro compatibility issues. Yeah, I can't even speak today. Yes,
I actually had one.
Has anyone experienced this?
Nah, I'm good.
I never experienced that. I'm shocked that people was doing it. I just set it up on set the settings right on the TV or turn HDR on your TV.
It's not working with some TVs though.
I think it's just not working. I don't think it's like
So I had an issue. I have got a Samsung 4K HDR television. It's a KU 6300. It's a really good TV.
It's the fancy.
Fancy. And I would boot up my Pro, and I would turn the TV on, and there was no signal coming from the Pro to the television, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And so I would unplug the HDMI cable and plug it back into the television, and then it would come on. This happened like 3 times, and I was like, okay, this is unacceptable. So what I did was I went to Best Buy and I got a new HDMI cable. That of course can pass 4K HDR signals, and I came back and I plugged it in, and it hasn't happened since. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that there was something wrong with the Pro, because I mean they go bottom dollar for these cords, right? And that goes for Xbox too. Like they're not great cables these things ship with. So I think that was the issue. I mean I haven't been able to replicate it. But who knows? If it's happening for other people, I would recommend either doing your. I would either recommend switching your HDMI cable out, and if that doesn't work, I mean, it's got to be a firmware issue. But for me, it turned out to be most likely the cable.
Yo, wasn't that an issue with the PS4 when it launched? Everybody's getting them black screens. Like, yo,
I remember that.
I don't remember that. But
I actually experienced one problem with my Pro. Besides that, smooth sailing. I actually haven't experienced this problem again, right? So hopefully it was just like an isolated incident that's like it's not happening again. Basically, I put my system in rest mode after playing, Ratchet and Clank, right? And I went to go do my thing, do some other stuff. I came back to come and play it, right? Then I fired up the console and it just gave me a blank screen and a white light. You know what I'm saying? And basically it would be at that blank screen for a minute. So I had to like hold down the power button for how it has that feature where you can hold down the power button for like a really long time, right, to completely kill it. Then I turned it on. Then it's like it gave me a sign that like, the PS4 didn't shut off properly, unplugged. That shit happened to me twice, and I was worrying, but like it hasn't happened since. Like, has anyone like experienced that, or no one experienced that? Like when they turn it on and you just get a blank screen. And
I thought that happened to me when I first got it because I had plugged it up. I was doing the data transfer between the OG and the new one, and when I switched the input, it wasn't nothing popping up, so it like automatically switches back. What had happened was my HDMI wasn't pushed all the way in. So
okay, yo, Jack, I heard that you had the PS4 Pro and it freaking melted, bro. What happened, bro?
Yeah, bro. Like I don't know what happened, bro. I just started smelling like grill and
you started tweeting pictures all over the internet about like what happened, bro?
That was you.
I would like Rand to cut on this because they addressed this on TXR podcast the other night, which I was listening to, Rand. And Rand had they really broke it down really well.
Rand, we haven't heard from you in a while. I know we it's too much places to talk right now, but the Pro just came about, we gotta talk about the Pro, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no doubt. I just I want a Pro. I want a PlayStation. There are some quality games on this system that I want to play. It's just that I have 600 games on my Xbox One. I'm not like, hard up for games essentially. So it's just hard to justify the cost to myself.
Yeah.
to play on to play something I'm only going to basically play Sony exclusives for. Even though
basically,
I mean, the games I want to play on PlayStation are Uncharted 1 through 4 and Last of Us and Infamous games. The Infamous games, I think those are ones.
all the games.
Other than that,
man,
bro.
definitely worth the purchase for me. I only play exclusives on my PlayStation, just like you. Like if you were to get one too.
PC baby.
Yo, Tony, I'm about to kick you on the podcast.
So Randy, what do you have to touch up on these pictures that have been circling around the internet of these like fake PS4 burned pictures on the side?
I mean, you just said it right there. They're clearly, to me, I'm not an engineer. Like I don't go around looking at stuff, but from what I saw, it clearly looked like some dude took a blowtorch and put it to the PS4 Pro. It does. I mean, because it's where the fan is situated. So if that area was getting hot, because I think plastic burns at 100 degrees Celsius, and if it was burning there and it was blowing out hot air, then like the plastic would be melted outwards and there'd be like a hole. You ever see like those alien movies when the acid drips through? It's kind of like thing. It would look like that. Plus, there's one picture. If it was a widespread issue, you would see plenty of people with plenty of pictures all over Twitter sphere talking about it. Like just like when the 360 Red Ring of Death was happening, even though it was before Twitter, every forum and every gaming community was talking about, hey, my Xbox is dead. Like what's going on? But no, I mean it's like a single picture. And I'm not saying electronics can't be defective, because they can be. I mean, clearly Samsung knows all about this, right? But
I had two of those bad boys.
yeah, I just think for whatever reason, someone decided to buy one, decided to fucking take a blowtorch to it and send it out as like, hey, this is what's going on. It's like they're burning, and I think whoever did that is lying and did it for a specific reason to push a specific agenda.
Well, I want to build on something. I want to build on something Rand said. These consoles, like the Pro, is made from ABS plastic, which actually melts at 200 degrees.
It's not burning.
Not 100. So the thing is like anybody with a dispassionate, rational mind. Picture. I saw it. I was like, why would you melt your PS4? I mean, because there's a picture. There's a picture of the bottom of the console, and the plastic is melting down. Yeah. Okay. Unless Sony has figured out how to manufacture these things that in such a manner that they bend the laws of fucking reality and physics, then physics dictate that when something is melting, it drips down. It doesn't drip up. That's also the heat sink is located on the opposite end of the like. I think the real issue that people need to be asking themselves is, what fucking moron dropped $400 to destroy something? Like, I don't fucking understand the rationale behind that.
That's crazy. Like the coolest part of the PS4. If you touch it, it's cold as hell right there. The fan is.
I don't get it. It's an exhaust port.
Yeah, but you notice that they melted the one spot on the console that wouldn't affect the gameplay or anything like that. You know?
At least I'll still be able to use it.
But John, is it really surprising though? Because people. When the PS4 came out, like someone videotaped himself getting the first one and then smashing the shit out of it in front of everybody. People do stupid shit for 15 minutes of fame on the internet. So I mean, it's not that surprising.
But don't these guys do that on YouTube channels where they're trying to get? So it's like, come and watch me smash this console I just bought. And I mean, those are videos. This is a picture, and nobody really knows where the fucking picture came from.
Did it come from Gaff?
No.
I seen it on Twitter. Oh, okay.
I seen it on Twitter. Shout out to Arsenal. Arsenal showed me the picture of like what's going on around here, but it's crazy what.
Yo, did you guys see that video Hard 8 did, the parody video?
Oh yeah, that's what definitely probably went down. The truth.
Well, yeah, because if we remember, like before it came out, it was the whole rumor.
Yeah, it's overheated. Maybe a crazy crazy fanboy. Just
they were trying to bring logic to that rumor and make some sense. Like stupid.
Everybody bringing up the "I told you so" videos.
I told you so.
And of course, fucking
They did the same thing with the PS4 when it was about to launch too, man. Oh, it was overheating and it's dying out here.
Yeah, but yeah, this shit got nipped in the bud real.
Yeah, but I didn't
quick,
stop
you know what I'm
Crap Gamer
saying?
from making a video on it, legitimizing the shit. You know,
It got
that's the
nipped
thing.
in the
That's
bud
why I
real
know
quick.
that's another reason you know it's fake. And not only because it's common fucking sense. I mean, you can look at it and tell it's fake, but any reputable news source like Eurogamer or IGN or GameSpot, they're not gonna fucking carry this because it's garbage.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
bullshit.
they already know. Like the
over it if it
bird
was-
even looked retarded. Like even the placement, everything just didn't look legit. Like when I looked at it, I'm
If
like,
you're-
yo, it just looks all
if you are-
strange.
I got into a fucking Twitter argument, not an argument, more like sort of an argument about something related to the smelting thing with some idiot this morning, and it's like, if you are retweeting this or you're sharing this picture and you're saying, yeah, look, it's melting, you're a fucking moron.
yeah,
Like,
fucking
you're-
dumbass. Yeah.
You enjoy your fucking graham crackers and milk because you're a fucking idiot.
No.
You're a fucking dumbass, and I just don't understand what would motivate somebody to
Yeah,
fucking
man.
blowtorch your
Fanboyism,
console.
man. This is the depths of it now, son.
The new
Fanboyism
heights.
is real.
New heights of fanboyism.
Yo, that's not fanboyism, man. That's very disrespectful to me. Right?
I actually, you know what? I actually don't think it's. I don't think it's fanboys.
Nah, it's
I think
beyond that,
Yo,
man.
not real talk though. I'm a fanboy. I like Sony, right? But I would never do something to that like that to
To
my
like
Xbox.
destroy Xbox,
Yeah,
like
you
burn
know,
the
you-
Xbox.
No,
Yeah, it's
like,
dumb.
I mean, can you imagine like doing that to an Xbox One S, which I can. Well, and by the way, I mean, to me, the Xbox One S is the most beautiful console ever made.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
that is
It's definitely
a
a sleeper
sexy
than
fucking.
Yeah,
machine.
hell yeah.
It's a beautiful
I like
console.
I would
Xbox.
I could not fucking bring myself to damage an Xbox.
Yeah, John,
I
because
can't even
you're
fucking fathom it.
because
Like,
John,
I-
because you're a
hard-earned
sane
money on that.
person. You're not fucking crazy,
Yeah, you're
bro.
not crazy.
No, but the thing is,
I just
I enjoy console war and I enjoy debating people and having this discussions. But that's not even console wars, yo. That's just some other crazy.
That's
Well,
just
that's
dumb
it. It's
shit.
a casualty, it's a victim and shit, That
Somebody
poor
needs-
PlayStation,
Somebody
man.
needs some serious help out there.
Yeah,
For
bro.
real, son. This was
All right, yo.
somebody in chat
Yeah,
suggested that a certain podcast was responsible for this. But no, I don't believe that. No, this was some fucking idiot. This is some loser on Twitter or Reddit looking for 15 minutes of fame, and he got it. But that's all it is, 15 minutes. I don't.
Yeah. No one
I've
cares
seen,
anymore.
I've seen the talk about this going.
Yeah. No one really cares about this anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so yo, with these PS4 Pro enhanced games, right? So we're seeing a lot of backlash for like people wanted like just higher performance. I see a lot of that on Twitter and comment sections that people want. So do you think that Sony should mandate a 1080p 60 frames per second mode for every single game, at least 2 modes?
No.
Do you think that should
No.
be a mandate? Yo,
I don't-
BG, yo, we haven't heard from BG in a while.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
let's hear from BG. We haven't heard from BG in a while. Yo, BG, what do you think, bro, about this? Or is he gone?
Bitch,
yo,
you probably dead, bro.
He's probably dead.
Okay.
No, man,
Dude in the chat said he was sleeping. Yo, he's sleeping for real, bro.
Yo, man,
Jack,
he
what do you
got
think?
the itis, son. He ate that Chinese food. He's done, son.
Here's the deal. Developer, it's up to the developer whether or not they want to prioritize resolution or frame rate, right?
Yeah.
And look at games like Doom, right? Like it added to, they could have made Uncharted 4's single player campaign 60 frames a second. Not a problem. It would have made the game 900p, but they could have hit 60 frames a second. So, I mean, like in today's day and age, with what we're paying for consoles, they're still not fucking $3,000 gaming rigs, so you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Well, Jack Move, what do you think, yo? What do you think about the 2 modes, bro?
I mean,
You
like
think-
John
you
says, it's up to the devs. Like, but the thing is, a lot of games to this day cannot run on a PS4 1080p 60. Like GTA 5 would not be able to do that. Like,
Hell no.
yeah, like it's just certain games.
Yo,
wouldn't
what
be
the
able to do
Pro? What the Pro? 1080p 60? Or I think
No,
that should be
GTA 5
fine.
can't do that.
It should be able to do that on the Pro.
No,
You don't think so?
powerful.
No, I don't think so.
powerful enough, bro.
Not
No.
at 4.2 teraflops, no.
Exactly.
And I got bad news for anybody.
Yo,
who's
I've seen like
Scorpio
budget builds like Yeah.
Dude, the Scorpio. I mean, when people think that thing is going to hit native 4K and 60 frames a second,
Hell
keep
no.
dreaming.
Hell
It's going to be a great. I'm sure it's going to be a great console, and the games are going to look.
Yo, we definitely gonna touch on that Scorpio because I have some shit to say about that before we get off here. Yo, so you guys don't feel like they should really emphasize on a performance mode with all the games?
I do. You say it needs to be forced. I don't like that shit.
Not really. Like, think about it. Like, yo, because
For the Pro?
What about options? Dude,
give us options.
Do the two-frame model.
But Kofi's saying, should it be mandated? You know,
Well, you can't really mandate something like that.
Yeah,
Why
it's up
not?
to the devs.
Yeah,
Because some games can't run at 60
Yeah,
frames.
I mean,
maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe you're right.
You can't go to a third-party dev. I mean, you can't go to a third-party dev if you're Sony and say, if your game doesn't hit a certain benchmark, then it's not going to be in our fucking system. That's bad business, and the dev's going to be like, "Go fuck yourself. We'll sign an exclusivity deal with the other company, and you can suck it."
You know what, John, you have a point there because that's the reason we didn't get those Fallout 4 mods because Sony didn't want those broken ass mods on their shit until they fixed it. You know, so you may have.
I think Sony was in the wrong there. I mean, just
BG, you back?
you said something to me. I want to.
Yeah. I was just trying to say real quick. Let me get BG's take on this real quick.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
I was just making a point before. Like, would you like to see that Sony mandate like a high performance mode for the PlayStation Pro? At least two options where there's like a mode where it like tries to get the best possible performance, as in like frame rates, and it doesn't really go for this whole 4K checkerboard upscale. Would you like to see that? Like that be like kind of like mandated?
Well, I know they can't mandate it, but I would, I think they should highly recommend to the devs that they do it because, Neo, like what Neo and Tomb Raider is doing is right. Like Tomb Raider has like 3 different modes.
Yeah.
Neo has 4 different modes. Like you gotta love them dudes. They're giving you 4 different modes to play the game, and you gotta love them. So I just feel like at least every game should have 2. High frame rate or resolution. Just pick choice.
J man, what do you think? Because I think you wanna, since you're gaming on a 1080p TV, you're not really benefiting from none of this. Well, for now, right? But you're not benefiting from none of this high thing. So would you like to see like a devs really push for like a higher, like a maybe lower the res or like and higher performance, better quality?
Absolutely. Like BG was saying, those multiple modes is something that I like to see. When I first played Neo, like playing the game at 60 frames per second changed the way I felt about the game many times. I told I was speaking on somebody's comment section. I think Robin Gaming dropped the video, and I told him like if it wasn't for these remasters and this gen many more games are running at 60 frames per second in multiplayer, I wouldn't care. But once you experience it, it changes the whole game. So I would love to see that. We can't mandate it, but I think if enough people speak, especially the people who have these mid-gen refreshes, these you spending $200 to $400 or however much you spending on it, it would be dope to just see more than just a resolution bump. Frames per second changes the way a game feels to me. And
all right, real quick, would you guys like to see sliders like something, or you guys like the simple modes? Would you guys like to see something like PC sliders where you can like
really keep it simple?
I like the
guys. Yeah,
I'm a console gamer for a reason.
Console games.
All right.
Simple,
I'm just saying like
keep it simple. Yeah.
So you guys think it's that would be a bad
The
idea?
only
Console game isn't ready for that.
The only I want is
Kofi. Go ahead.
FOV.
Frame of view.
Field of view.
Okay.
The only slide I want is for audio settings, sir.
That's dope. What Killing Floor does, they do that. The field of view, you can
Yeah,
adjust.
because that's why I can't.
EA does that a lot.
That's why I couldn't play Halo for too long, man. Because Jesus, man, it's like, oh my God, this is like you're playing with somebody who has the worst field of view.
It is up close, for Halo. It is.
Hey, Kofi, very important announcement.
Real quick.
I just want to point out that Sony has lifted the ban of the guy who shared the Watch Dogs 2 vagina.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Finally, these guys are always late. They do bad, like they burn people, then they like retract it.
Like whoops.
Yeah.
They always retract it.
Yeah, but you know what?
Ridiculous.
Ubisoft is still gonna patch that shit out anyway, though.
Yeah, they're gonna patch that. I'm probably not gonna see no Pixel for JJ because by the
Yeah,
time I get to
no,
play that
I'm
shit, by the time I get to play that shit's gonna be gone, bro.
The absurdity of Sony banning for somebody for sharing an asset that is in the game.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, that's
Sony
bullshit,
approved the
yeah.
game, right?
I know. All right, so yo, we discussed about this PS4 Pro. So I just want to go around overall, and just go from each person to see like, yo, is it worth it or wait? So BG, what do you think? Is it worth it or wait?
So if you don't have a PlayStation, buy it. It makes no sense for you to buy the weaker model of the same thing, which only costs $100 more. If you don't have a PS4, get it. If you care about games, specific games such as Final Fantasy, which is going to have a 60 frames option, get it, even if you have a PS4, because if you're a Final Fantasy fanatic, you're going to want to play that at 60 frames. Games like Neo, which is going to have all the different modes, 1080 prioritizing frame rate or resolution, or a game like Rise of the Tomb Raider. For any of those possible games in the future that we hope most devs are going to give you the option to prioritize one or the other. If you care about that, then you get the Pro. If you do not care about those things, like you'll just play a game in whatever condition is not that serious to you, then don't get it if you don't care about those things. Simple as that.
Tony, real quick.
Yeah, like I said, like before, it's like if you have a 4K TV, I'm talking about a good one, HDR and all that other stuff, right? And you have money to throw around because it is still $400. I would say it's a good investment. However, if you have a 1080p TV, you may want to hold off. But like BG said, if you want specific games, that to look hot like Final Fantasy, then you may want to get it. But for right now, even though I own it myself, I would say hold off until maybe next year. But if you are in the market for a PlayStation 4, yeah, get this because you don't want to buy this Slim. That makes no fucking sense. All
right, perfect. I'm gonna quickly throw in my thoughts. I say, look, if you don't have a PS4 right now, like BG said, it's a no-brainer. Go for this one. $100 more, you're getting a better system. That's number one. If you already have a PS4 and you're looking to upgrade, you have to first consider, do you have a 4K TV? And you have to make sure you have a good 4K TV. That's very, very key. If you're using one of those cheap-ass 4K TVs, you're not going to have like the true benefits, especially with this HDR shit. And you have to make sure the input lag is good. There's a lot of things you got to look out for it too. So you have to keep that in mind. If right now, if you're gaming on 1080p, you probably should wait. You know what I'm saying? If you're gaming on 1080p, yeah, you can get these games are gonna offer you better frame rates, and definitely super sampling and all of that. But I think you probably should wait. Like, in my opinion, I feel like if you you plan on getting a 4K TV, then this is you definitely should jump on it. That's how I feel like. But if you right now, there's not a lot of pro patch games out, so there's no real rush to go out and and get the PS4 Pro unless like I said, you already have like a 4K sitting there and you want to test out this. All right, John. So what do you think, man?
My thoughts echo BG's completely.
Okay, pretty much the same, right?
Yep, the exact same.
Jay Barry.
Yeah, man.
Get her a wait.
My thoughts is get that bad boy, trade that old PS4. Yo, if you don't have a PS4, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Get the Pro. If you do have a PS4, it's a no-brainer. Trade that old PS4 and get the Pro. It doesn't matter if you have a 1080p.
Right now. These are real, bro.
I'm just being honest right here, right? It's not only just about the resolution. Yeah, you're still getting benefits regardless of what TV you have, as far as 4K, 1080. But it's just a better overall system as far as the feature wise. You know what I mean? If you're into uploading YouTube videos and all that stuff, if you're into share playing certain games, if you're into PS Now and all that stuff, it's just an overall better experience with that. So right now you can go to GameStop, you can trade it on Amazon, sell that bad boy in and get your Pro.
Yeah, it's not a bad trading deal.
It's not even that much money. It's not even that.
It's not. Yeah, if you trade it in, it's not even that bad. If you have an older, you want to trade it. I guess it's not bad when you look at it like that.
Nobody questioned nobody when the new 3DS came out. Nobody questioned anybody when the Xbox One S came out. Should you get it? Yeah, go get the Pro.
J-Man, what do you say?
Yeah, I don't know how I follow that. That campaign was strong right there, but I agree with mostly everything everybody's saying. As of right now, it's not something you need to run out and get. But if you want like I've been saying from the beginning, this is going to be the only place you're going to be able to play PlayStation 4 exclusives at or I gotta say or because some of these games are performing worse at or the same at better frame rates and better resolution. So if that's something that you like, then go ahead and pick it up.
Okay. And Jack, man, when will you be getting the Pro real quick?
I'm probably getting it for Christmas, man. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, man. So
Oh man, you ain't trying to buy that.
hey, listen, bro. I mean, shit. No, I'm not. I ain't gonna lie to you. Santa Claus gonna have to bring me that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
You know.
Yo, Demon Rob, when you plan on getting the PS4?
I'm probably gonna get it before the year is up, but I say get it. You know, I'm a graphics whore. I like higher performance. That's why I do play on PC. I say get it. It's worth it. You know, all the Sony, first party games are gonna have the patch, and most people here play PlayStation for their exclusives, right? And that's what it's definitely gonna come to that stuff. So don't even worry about it. Go pick it up.
And Rand, when do you plan on picking up the PS4 Pro if you're ever gonna get it?
When Jay Barry PayPal's me $400. or he gives me a cut of all the cuts that he gets from his campaigning for Sony. With some of that shit.
Oh, the donation.
Like, yo, you got, if you're going into the store, you see a Slim or a Pro. I mean, that's no brainer. But even if you just have the PS4, yo, you still getting over $100 for it. You're not paying that $400.
I mean, I just traded in my Xbox One OG and my Xbox 360 to get the Xbox One S, which then I will trade in to get the Xbox Scorpio next year. So
Scorpio.
All right,
that's a hell of a segue. That's a perfect segue.
Perfect segue, because I just wanted to talk about the Xbox Scorpio. And okay, do you guys think that the Xbox Scorpio is gonna, have the same issues that the PlayStation Pro is going to have when it comes to these, third-party games? Do you guys think that they won't?
Yes.
Optimize some of these third-party developers won't optimize their games like properly, ideally for the Scorpio. Do you think we're gonna run into scenarios like that? I do.
Yeah, let me jump in.
I think it's unavoidable. Tony, go ahead, bro.
Because I was talking about this on my podcast just a couple of days ago, right? So with the first party games, right, you're going to see a vast improvement. They're going to look noticeable, right? With third party games, no companies are going to try to make a better version. They're going to try to make the same shit for both consoles. The lowest common denominator here is not actually the Pro, as maybe we're saying. Lowest common denominator are still going to be the PS4 and Xbox One, because they're still making games for that shit. There's not going to be any exclusives for the Scorpio, right? So don't expect these games to look insanely better. I'm talking about third parties, insanely better on the Scorpio, because these companies, again, they're not going to go all out like that. You're going to see the benefits.
I agree.
You're going to see the benefits on first party, definitely not on third party.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to get Rand's cut on this, but real quick, I think people have this unrealistic expectation. People hear 6 teraflops and Scorpio, and they have a very unrealistic expectation.
These motherfuckers don't even know what a teraflop was.
Well, I mean,
no.
The fact of the matter is the Scorpio going to be powerful? Absolutely. It's going to be a good system. I have no doubt Microsoft puts out quality products. But it doesn't exist yet. We don't even know we don't even really know what's inside the box.
We don't even know its name, man. We don't know the real name.
Yeah, it's still Project.
And I'm motherfucking Scorpion, son.
Although I think they should stick with the Scorpio name because it's got brand recognition now. But
with that little purple M and shit.
Oh,
having said that, I think it's going to be a great system, but I also think that people who say native 4K 60 frames, you're lying to yourself, because these games still have to run on the Xbox One.
They'll hit native 4K at 60 frames, John. That's not the issue.
Okay, you know what?
Every game.
First party games will hit 4K 60, not at ultra high. They'll run a setting on whatever it is, high, low, where it'll be 4K native, it'll be 60 frames. You already are playing Scorpio games. The Gears of War 4 PC version and the Forza Horizon 3 PC version are the Scorpio version.
No, they're not. They're better than
Yes,
Scorpio.
Yes, they are. All I'm saying, Tony, this is what I've been told by people. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm just
what I came for here.
Those versions on PC are the Scorpio versions.
Well, yeah, with the universal Windows platform.
So what do you mean? Like, will you be able to customize? What do you mean when you say?
I was just told that those versions are the Scorpio versions. Whether they're, obviously, I don't think Gears of War. Like, if you have, look, I'm not a PC gamer, so I know nothing about ADIs or whatever. So, like, if you have a bomb rig, right, like, and you're running Gears 4 at ultra high, right, 4K native, 60 frames, you're probably not going to get that on the Scorpio. It'll probably be
that's what I wanted to say,
native 4K. Maybe mid-range, like mid settings at 60. But come on, they've come out Phil Spencer, Mike Ybarra, Albert Pinello, Shannon Loftus, they've all come out already and said first-party games will be 4K native. They're not going to backtrack on that statement.
No, I believe them. I believe them. Look, when it comes to first-party games, I'm actually going to stand on the side with Randy. I believe that they're going to deliver 4K native on your first-party games. But when it comes to these third-party games, I don't know about that, man. I think they're going to be pretty much almost on the same level, or maybe just bits better than the PS4 Pro. But when it comes to these first party games, I know they're gonna deliver with real native 4K, because it's believable that they can do that with
the biggest issue with Scorpio and the biggest issue with the PS4 Pro isn't any of that stuff. It's the fact that there's no exclusive games at all. I buy a new system to get exclusive experiences that I couldn't get on my previous systems. That's why I bought an Xbox One and didn't keep with the 360 and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
So yeah, like with the universal Windows platform, I think that's what they mean when he was saying that you're technically playing the Scorpio games already, because with the when the game is built on the universal Windows platform, it'll be able to scale,
right?
It'll be
put on anything Windows.
It'll be able to scale to the hardware. But I don't believe that like a game like Gears single player will be able to run 4K 60. I think when they said uncompromised, they meant it's going to be the same 30 frames per second, same textures, but it will be 4K.
Okay, yeah, I don't know about the 60
yes,
thing.
Multiplayer, it'll be 4K 60. But I think if a game was 30 on Xbox One, it's going to be 4K 30 on Scorpio.
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft can't control what the third parties do. Like, will some of them have options like the PS4 Pro? Probably. Will some not? Probably. I mean, they're not mandating. They're not even mandating 4K. They're just, if you want to do 1080p with all the bells and whistles, do it. It's your game. They're not going to tell you not. But like, no, like the first party games will all be 4K. Whether it's ultra high or whatever.
Yeah, the 60 parts, the 60 parts, the big deal. You know, that's what everyone's really on. The 4K, I could believe that they could deliver this. They could deliver, but this 60 frames per second at 4K.
Well, I mean, if Gears multiplayer is 60, that will be 4K 60.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, yeah,
Go ahead,
John.
No, Rand. Go ahead, man.
I mean, I know a lot of people out there and people have said who are big PC gamers, like, how is Microsoft going to get that kind of power out of that type of the teraflops when, like, you know, high range or PCs?
Like the one like mine. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, because I don't play on PC, so I'm not. I just. And when I was listening to you guys talk about the PS4 Pro and all these options, I'm sitting to myself, this like, when did console gaming become PC gaming?
I know.
Like, it used to be like you put the disc in, and you might have to download an update, and you just played. There wasn't like, you want to play in 1080p 30, you want to play in 1080p 60, you want to play in 4K 30. Like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, like, this is what gamers are pushing. That's what they're bringing. Gamers are pushing this.
I think it's good. I think it's good that we're getting more options. I mean, we're getting kind of the benefits of PC gaming without the hassle of having to.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. I mean, options are great, but like at the same time, not every one of those options are going to be fully optimized. They can't be.
That's true. That's a good. Well, you know what, Rand? I want to, Kofi, if you don't mind, I want to, talking about the Scorpio, talking about the Pro. I would take it a step further and say, look, by all indications, you know, the Pro is selling very well. It's the PlayStation 4 sales in the UK are up like 204%. 50% of the PS4 sold so far in November have been Pros, which is actually a far greater number than I was anticipating. I have heard anecdotal evidence from retail insiders on NeoGAF that the Pro is selling far beyond anybody's expectations. I have no doubt the Scorpio is going to sell well as well. So, the question I pose to you guys is, and this is also like, there's an NPD analyst on Twitter. This is his job. He follows the games industry. And he says, based on the reception he's seeing for the Pro, the iterative console is this concept is it's a success. It's being received very well. So, do you guys think that this is going to be the new norm going forward, or a refresh every 2 to 3 years?
Well, I'm pretty sure Phil Spencer came and said that we're not going to make a console every 2 years.
Yeah, but I mean, Shuhei,
they definitely
walking a different beat.
Yeah,
and if Sony's going to do it, you know, Microsoft's going to follow suit.
They have no choice, right? Kind of drives, right? Oh man,
I say ask that question again, maybe in 3 or 4 months.
I
mean, too early, you know.
Yeah, Jack. Let's see what Jack has
I don't really see that not being a possibility, because if you think about it, Sony does come out with a new SKU of a console every 3 to 4 years. So.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It would just be the same thing.
Yeah,
that is a good point.
Definitely console gaming is becoming a lot more interesting with these new, like, I just hope there's just not too much hardware. I kind of enjoyed the 8 years of just the
That was too long,
low key.
man.
I kind of enjoyed that.
Yo, I didn't mind it either.
I didn't mind that. Yo, come on, one system that was working. You know,
like
I
could've
would having a if they
honest.
launched real quick, if they launched like the Scorpio and the Pro or something, and that lasted like another 6-7, I don't even know, and they just really focused on like delivering like sick games. I'm the type of person that I probably wouldn't have cared, especially when it comes to console gaming. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, Kofi, is that companies go where if something is selling, then the company's gonna like. That's why microtransactions are a thing. And no matter how we may rant and rail against how much we fucking hate them, but people buy them. They buy them in fucking droves. That's why That's why games are. That's why Destiny's overloaded with fucking microtransactions. They're fucking everywhere. That's why. That's why you have pre-order bonuses, because people do that shit. And you have Polygon, IGN, GameSpot. I will tell you, don't fucking pre-order games.
Yeah.
Unless you're
To John's point, you know those Gears packs and Gears? To John's point, I know somebody that spent $1,000 on those already.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I know one of my buddies has spent $5,000 on Neverwinter money. Look, there are people
Yo,
out
get him
there
to buy you a PS4 Pro, man. He has money like that.
I'm just saying, man. This is the new world we live in. Games like it's
This is
sickening to me that Microsoft. Look, I'm unabashedly an Xbox fan, right? Like, okay, but I try to stay as objectively as possible. And I've railed on Microsoft about their microtransactions in their AAA games. It bothers me to a certain extent that Halo and Gears, their two biggest franchises on Xbox, need to be supported by gambling systems, essentially. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I hate that all in gaming in general, bro. Like another game that does that cheeses me.
It sells, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Is what Rand is saying is that if the PS4 Pro by all accounts right now is selling beyond expectations, I'm sure. And if the Scorpio hits that, Sony and Microsoft, I don't care what Phil Spencer said, I don't care what Shuhei Yoshida said. The companies are going to go where the fucking money is, and if the money is in an iterative cycle, then that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, but the money isn't in the hardware, John. It never is in the hardware. It's in the software. Microsoft is not going to care if you're on the Xbox One
or PC.
Still on the Xbox, or that's why they don't care if you're.
They don't care.
Playing Forza on the PC, because they're getting the money from that. And Sony, no, I mean, how much money is Sony making on the Pro? Maybe
they care about selling TVs. That's what they care about.
They care about selling PSN Plus subscriptions. They care about selling digital copies of games. Same thing as Microsoft. Microsoft's not going to care if you're on Scorpio or you're on Xbox One or Xbox One S. All they want is their money for Xbox Live and their 30% cut. That's all they want. That's where the money is.
I mean, I guess the point is exactly what you said, Rand. Is that gaming is?
I mean, unless you're saying that they do that to energize their hardcore fans every couple. I would agree. Like if you want it, because every couple of years, if you want to get a new purple M or a new blue P or whatever you want to do, then sure. But I mean, look. You already know PS5 is coming out in 2019, right? I mean, that's the 25th anniversary. 25th anniversary of PlayStation. It's coming out then. I'm assuming Scorpio 2 will be the year after.
Bro, like God of War probably coming out 2019.
Kojima's game will be the launch game.
Nah, I'm gonna put my foot down and be like, yo, PS5 not coming 2019, man.
No, I agree.
It's too soon, man. It's too soon. These companies are going that rate, yo. Then they're gonna like.
Kofi, do you think the PS4 Pro is too soon? Because that's 3 years too.
Yo, but that's kind of
it's coming out 2019.
He got
yo, BG. What you say?
I'll be willing to bet money that thing doesn't come out no 2019.
It's not coming out no 2019. No,
that's the 25th anniversary. 3 years after
the 25th anniversary. 3 years.
6 years after OG PS4 Like
6 years. Think about
it. Everybody's missing. So here's the thing that nobody's considering, right? Is that the fact that the 7th generation of consoles was abnormally long. That was not the norm.
8 years.
That was not the consoles generally last. They generally last 5 to 6 years, right? And I would say that the last gen, the 7th gen, lasted 3 years too fucking long.
I agree.
I think what Rand is saying, I think he's correct, and I think Sony and Microsoft are both going to try to get back to that shorter console lifespan.
Yeah, the way it used to be.
Yeah, I think It was an anomaly. It was an anomaly.
All I gotta say, fam, is I got into PC gaming at the perfect.
Couldn't say it better myself, man.
Absolutely perfect time, because if it's like I have to buy like a new console every 2 years, then this is ridiculous. And I love the way that Microsoft's going with this Xbox Play Anywhere. So at least basically I already have an Xbox Scorpio sitting right here in front of me.
You have a better.
Hey, but Kofi, come on.
Say?
You know you're gonna buy a new graphics card every 2 years. Bro. Cut that out.
That's what I was just about to cut that out.
Y'all caught me, Y'all caught me, bro.
You gonna buy another PS4? What you bought a PS4 Pro?
But man, feel like a sucker every time, bro. Like,
you still gonna buy it anyway, son.
I'm not trying to say I'm part of the problem, bro. I'm part of the problem.
That's the thing is you don't have to buy the Pro, but the hardcore they probably gonna get it. That's
man. I'm part of the problem, bro.
Hey, Kofi, real quick. I've got to drop, man. I've generally only got an hour and a half each day to podcast. I've got to get.
Yeah. No problem, man.
Real quick, I want to thank you for having me on, man. I think you got a really, really cool thing going on here.
Man.
And it was nice. I know something like Tony, you're my boy. Rand, you're my boy. BG, it's always good to be on with you, man. And the rest of you guys, it was good to meet you.
Same here.
No doubt, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Real quick, guys, for anybody who's watching, Super Deformed Gamescast goes live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We don't do any fanboy bullshit on our podcast. Tony can attest to that. Rand can attest to that. They've all been on, and we just like to talk games. We have guys who play PS4s and Xboxes and fucking Wii's, and we even got a guy who has what's it called, an Ouya.
Oh God!
So come on and listen to us talk about games. We have a lot of guests on. We've had Naughty Dog and fucking Housemark.
You are the king of plugs. You know that?
I am,
fucking man. Yeah.
I gotta sell the brand. This Thursday we have T-shirts going on for sale on Redbubble. We're not gonna make a dime off them. We just want you guys to have them. So please.
Where's the SDGC fucking toilet paper, bro?
We're actually. I'm actually talking to Ben and Jerry's for the ice cream right now.
All right, there you go. What about the condoms, bro? Are they coming?
Yeah. Pretty soon we'll be keeping your girlfriend from getting pregnant, and get a shirt you drape this over your body, get a coffee mug, you can fill us up with hot liquid, do whatever you want. But anyway, yeah, hey guys, seriously, and all, thanks for having me on, man. It was
no problem, man. We'll catch you on Twitter.
My dude right there, man.
Make sure you guys go check him out, man.
Later, John.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Take it easy, guys.
All right, bro.
Yo, BG, you alive?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, barely.
I want to get on to another big topic because I don't want this thing to go along. So I got to skip a few things. We got to talk about this Nintendo Switch. I know you're extremely excited about it, right?
No.
Fucking Nintendo, man.
Yeah, bro. Basically, what we all heard that the Nintendo Switch price kind of got leaked. It may be
placeholder
fake.
price.
It might be a placeholder, but it could be real. So it'll be pretty cool to discuss about it. Basically, Toys R Us Canada leaked the price was going to be $329, which basically translate to $250 American. What, BG, what do you think about that price point for the Nintendo Switch to launch at $250? If that was true, would you consider it at that price, or you still wouldn't?
The price was never a problem for me. Like, that's not a factor.
Okay. Okay, but for what it's offering right now, though, you think $250 is a good price, like for what you see, or you still don't think it's worth it?
you tell me.
Okay, Zelda, I guess, which got delayed.
Today that Legend of Zelda isn't even launching yet. Yeah,
that hurt my heart.
Okay, yeah,
At 11/15/2016, what game is launching with the Switch?
You definitely right, because I was at least looking forward to Zelda being a launch title. So right now they definitely got to show some exclusives for the shit available day one to sell the thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's trash.
But the price point. But so you're saying price is not an issue. That price point, $250. If it came out of that and had some games, Zelda, or whatever, you would be cool at $250.
It's like I said, I don't care about the price. Like,
that's not your problem.
That shit could be $100. If it don't got nothing I want, I'm not buying it. Like,
oh yeah. You really that deep in the fuck Nintendo hate right now, bro.
Listen, if someone offered me a piece of shit for $100, I'm not buying it. That's essentially what this is. It's a
let's move on. BG's too negative right here. Let's move on to someone more positive. Yo, Jack move. Yo, what do you think about that 250 price point? Would that be a price that you would jump on the Switch for?
I mean, it depends. But as far as the price, like somebody said it is a placeholder price, but somebody else said, which is a great point, placeholder prices are either, you know, if it's a game, it's gonna be like, you know, $59. But if it's something for like a console, they either gonna make it more than what it's gonna be. So at the most, it's probably gonna be $250 American. So I mean, that's a cool price for a VTech tablet with detachable controllers. But hey man, listen, I just don't know what kind of games they. I'm like,
yeah. You know exactly what kind of games they have, man.
Yeah, I guess that's the big issue right now. Like, yo, they need to show their launch lineup for this shit.
Yeah, right? they gotta bring the games.
They gotta show the launch lineup. Right now, I'm kind of like me personally. Like, I work on the road, so like, yo, like the device, I'm kind of already sold on it. But like right now, Zelda's delayed.
Kofi, you're not sold on that device, bro.
Tell me why I'm not sold on it. Because I'm the leader of Switch gang, bro. What do you mean? Man.
I was in your category. I was believing in this. I had this blind faith for Nintendo. They're gonna do it. But when I saw that Zelda, and you're really not getting nothing. Everything is a what if. You know what I mean? We're not little kids no more. We're thinking in Wonderland. What if this happens? We're grown adults here with this console, and nothing is showing that is on the upside, in my opinion. Yo, today I was like, yo, fuck Nintendo, man.
What you're doing is a whole lot of wishful thinking. Y'all thinking in these hypothetical scenarios that don't happen as adults. You do not go outside and be like, you know what?
Bro,
pull out a console right now and play this shit.
Real talk.
As an adult, you do not do that anymore. I guarantee. Now, listen, sometimes I don't even want to take out my fucking cell phone and play music. Like I'd be that lazy when I'm outside. You think you don't really want to pull out a whole fucking tablet?
Let me throw this scenario to anyone here. Like, have you guys ever, like, anyone here own a handheld device, like, at least at some point?
Yeah, I got a Vita right now.
All right,
I got a Vita 3DS.
I got a Vita also.
Let me just bust this out real quick. Every handheld device, haven't you guys just like chilled in your bed and just ran it while the TV's running on? You don't have to be taking it on the road.
Yeah, I never take my shit out.
90% of the time where I gamed on a 3DS or Vita was at home.
Yeah, he be at the house with the shit. Yeah,
being in the house just chilling, TV cut on. So why does everyone like watch these commercials and feel like you're forced to play it like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they promote it. That's how they market it. Because I see people, real talk. I see people using those Joy-Con controls and snapping on that. I'm like, bro, like, why are you getting so mad? It's an option. Like, you don't have to use it at all like that. You could buy the shit and not even ever use it like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's an unrealistic.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's stupid. I definitely agree. I'm not huddling cheek to cheek with no nigga playing Mario Kart. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I understand that's stupid. I agree that's stupid. But
remember the part of the trailer where like these motherfuckers,
like, you could bring this shit home. Yeah. You could bring this shit home and not have to at all use it like that. You know,
remember the part of the trailer where these dudes were playing basketball and they stopped playing real basketball
to play digital basketball.
All them days,
with the mozzarella stick control.
That's so stupid. I'm with you guys 100%. I think that shit like is fucking retarded.
Y'all think the Pro and these mid-gen refreshes is bad? Watch what Nintendo do with that Switch. You're gonna see plenty of those. They test y'all with the new 3DS. It's like, oh yeah, y'all bought it. Y'all bought that without a charger. Oh, watch what we gonna do with this Switch.
What they gonna do? Add a C-stick, bro?
Nintendo has the history of that shit too. Watch
Nintendo, man.
So basically, y'all are just trying to get me down on all my hype right now.
I always been big on games.
I'm still optimistic, Kofi. Don't feel too bad.
I'm not 4 gigs of RAM. That shit is gonna be dookie.
I was hyped. Everybody's hitting me with the what if they make the Pokemon game? I'm like, but I'm not seeing.
Bro, that's what I'm seeing. You know how look. Let me tell you guys how I'm looking at this shit, bro. Let me tell you. Let me break it down. First of all, I look at this device as more of a handheld than a home console. Is anyone on my page right now? Like, do you guys look at this device more as a handheld than a home console? Because a lot of people are going ham at it as a home console. But when I look at it, I'll be like, this is probably like the strongest handheld we have ever gotten. You know what I'm saying?
You know what killed the Wii U? A whole bunch of what ifs. What if they made a great?
Ooh.
What if they made a great Metroid game? What if
Facts.
they made a great
so you're
Star Wars
right.
game?
Facts.
Yo,
What
BG,
if they had a great online network?
The Nintendo What If.
yo, BG,
Exactly.
you're absolutely
Yo, real
right.
talk. That's what it is.
Yo,
man.
BG, you're absolutely right. And every scenario that I give people is like, yo, only if this comes to pass. If it doesn't come to pass, it's gonna be a flop. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I made a video saying that Nintendo needs to kill the 3DS for
they'll kill it.
the Nintendo Switch to be successful. Do you guys agree?
Oh,
Or you
it's
guys
gonna
don't
be.
agree?
It's gonna die. It's gonna die for sure.
You guys
They're
agree,
already
though?
on Wii U. You know,
They need to. I mean, the 3DS sales are
I
declining
don't
anyway.
think they need to kill the 3DS. They need a traditional console. That's what's going to make the Switch successful.
But
you don't have no updated features and stuff like that. What
Okay,
gamers
yo,
look-
J Barry. So you're saying that they should what? They should keep the 3DS? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't think they should sell this per se as a handheld.
So let me ask you,
3DS
why have two
Ooh.
devices on the go? Let me ask you that question. Why
Because
develop for two devices that could be played on the go?
The other one is a home console that is conveniently also on the go. It can go on the go. It's similar to like what PlayStation 4 did with Vita, but instead of buying two devices, you have that one single device. It just makes it more convenient, but it's still a home console. Where the 3DS, you still have those specific games because ain't nobody that console's still selling. You know what I mean?
Look, all I have to say is I believe if Nintendo doesn't kill the 3DS completely when this shit drops, then the Switch will fail. I think the Switch will fail if the 3DS. Because think about it, look, we all complain about Nintendo not having games or their home consoles having games, and it's true. The Wii U only had 150 games in this entire life cycle, right?
Wow,
Damn.
Which is completely shit. That's completely garbage, right? So, but if you look at the other hand, your 3DS, look how much games the 3DS has. You know what I'm saying? Look how much third-party support the 3DS has. Look how much new IPs that, or not even classic IPs that they brought back and put on the 3DS. You know what I'm saying?
But why does the 3DS
so and look, and you know what I'm saying? And yeah, because a lot it's highly adopted. So I feel like if they have to for the Switch to be successful, all those development for the games have to go to the Switch.
Man, Nintendo's stubborn, bro. They just announced a new Monster Hunter and it's only on 3DS. Like,
you know what cheesed me the other day when I seen them announce some new colors for the 3DS. I'm like, what the fuck, you guys?
yeah, they
doing,
trying
bro?
to push it. Yes.
Nintendo's between a rock and a hard place because I listen to what Jay Byer was saying, but I disagree with him because Nintendo does a standard console. Microsoft and Sony kill them. Essentially,
that's what I've been saying. I've been
can't
saying
make
that for years.
Yeah, they can't compete with those two in power and in online functionality.
On that.
So and you mentioned before the 3DS, why it had so many games, why the Wii U didn't have any. Well, the 3DS sold 60 million units, so people wanted to make games for it. Whereas the Wii U is the second worst selling system of all time, so nobody wants to make games for it, right? This is the Switch is the natural progression of what Nintendo needs to do to stay relevant in basically the gaming community, which finds them irrelevant.
But the 3DS is a good handheld console.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying
really
That's why they're taking this whole approach wrong. They should be marketing it as the Switch is the 3DS's successor. That's what I feel like they should be doing.
Well, maybe they should. I mean, they should because
should.
look at the sales graph from the 64 to the Wii U. It's consistently a downward trend until you get to the Wii, which was a Hail Mary, flash in the bottle. They got the mobile gamers before the mobile gamers all left to go play on Apple.
Because if you think about it, right now everyone's talking about how underpowered this console is. If they just switch their marketing as in, this is a handheld that you can plug into your TV. Think about it. Then all of that will go away.
Microsoft, Sony, and Steam control the high end. If you want to call it,
I understand
graphics.
that.
I mean, this is. I mean, look. Personally, I don't think the Switch is going to do anything good. It might do a little bit better than the Wii U because, I mean, God, I hope so. Because what's worse than the Wii U? The Dreamcast, right?
Yeah, that's just fucking.
I mean, so I think in the long run it'll be better. It's telling that they're going to be launching with ports of Wii U games that like Smash Brothers and Splatoon, that right? But at the end of the day, I think Nintendo's going to find more success with like Super Mario Run on iPhones and things like that, and they'll probably even find more success if they decided to just close shop and just put their games on Sony and Nintendo's and PC or Sony,
that's the
Microsoft.
dream.
I totally agree with that.
That's the dream.
All right, yeah, I gotta hear BG's point about this. So, yo, BG, so you honestly, wholeheartedly believe that if Nintendo just made a regular console, just as strong as the PS4 Pro, with a regular controller, it would automatically compete. That's what
Absolutely.
you think.
The reason why is
Tell me
because Nintendo is making a console for a market that is not fucking there anymore. That market was there during the Wii U, and even during the Wii U, during the Wii, right? And even during the Wii, the market left before that generation even ended. Most of the people who bought the Wii weren't playing it, stopped playing it well before that generation even ended. So now they made the Wii U thinking they can capitalize off the same success. Those people been fucking gone. They didn't want another console like that. We know for a fact that there is a market of people for a traditional console. We know for a fact, or at least there's some evidence that there is not a market for what Nintendo is doing. What proof do we have that there's a market for this hybrid console?
Okay, all right. Now let me throw something at you.
I'm asking you, what proof do we have?
Okay. What proof do we have?
We have solid proof that there is a market for a traditional console. So yes, there's more evidence that traditional console will work over this.
I don't know, but mobile gaming is big, dog. Mobile gaming is big. If they could really translate, see how big Pokemon Go.
Mobile gaming is big. Hybrid gaming isn't.
Pokemon Go,
but you never know. It could be the next big thing. You don't know what they could be if they do it right.
I think anything mobile is destined to die, just like Vita died, because people carry around their phones. Nobody wants to carry around another device that is strictly dedicated to gaming that costs $200 plus. I mean, why would you? I'm not saying like dedicated gamers who like PlayStation Vita or Nintendo wouldn't, but I'm saying if you're trying to cross over and be successful and hit that casual market, the casual market already has their iPhones and their Androids and stuff with millions of games that cost $1. You know, like who's gonna buy the Nintendo Switch to play the new Zelda game on the go? Like if I was gonna get it, I'd play it because I want to play it on my TV at home, not on my ride to work or whatever.
Let me ask you a question. What sounds more appealing? You playing your new Zelda game on the Switch on the go, or you playing the new Nintendo game or the new Zelda game on your Switch, live streaming it through Twitch or YouTube? You know what I mean? Those things. Me personally, the second one I think Nintendo needs. They need those updated features that gamers like nowadays. Like those are the things that's popping. Those are the things.
Let me ask you all a question, right? If right now, let's say for just for the sake of argument, that Legend of Zelda was a multi-plat, that it was on a Nintendo console, the Xbox, and the PS4. How many of y'all would play it on a Nintendo console?
Not me.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'll be
nobody.
Yeah,
that's exactly my point. Nobody.
But that's
my thing too. All right, yo, J-Man, throw it.
That's what I was gonna say when you said that you wanted there's a market for a traditional console. Like for you really think that people would buy that for their traditional console gameplay?
Exactly. That's where I was wanting to go.
That's the Nintendo problem.
They're stuck. They're stuck in a hard place.
Yeah, they're in a hard place right now. Yo, because I asked Jack this. Yo, if Nintendo made a regular traditional console, would you, with all multiplats, playing them just as good as the PS4, would you drop your PlayStation ecosystem to go play on the Nintendo platform with all multiplats plus the Nintendo games? And the man told me no. And BG, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't do it the same. If the Nintendo, say the Switch was just like the PS4 Pro,
you're not playing that.
You're not switching over to play multiplats.
I would not drop the PlayStation to play the PlayStation like multiplats and everything like that to play Nintendo multiplats. But I would still pick up the Nintendo console to play its exclusives. Just like I didn't drop my PlayStation.
But you can still do that.
I didn't drop my PlayStation to play multiplats on Xbox. But I still picked up an Xbox to play Xbox exclusives.
But you can still do that. I'm kind of.
But I'm not doing that on a non-traditional console.
So what do you mean?
I think that's
don't like it.
I refuse
the powers.
I'm not playing
Is it the power? Yeah.
No, it's not the power. It's the controller, and it's the way you play. It's the way.
You never got to take off the dock though.
They showed you a regular controller, so BG. So what's your excuse?
What do you mean with the Switch?
Yeah.
Why do I have to buy an additional controller for extra money to play the normal way? That makes no sense.
BG, so that
you got a point with that.
Yo, but you're gonna turn off. Yo, but BG also was the same one who bought an Elite controller for $100.
But here's the thing with the Elite controller. I was completely still able to play the Xbox games with a normal controller. I chose to do that because I wanted, like, okay, at least a little bit of better dead zone. But if they never made the Elite controller, I could have still played the Xbox. I cannot play the way Nintendo wants me to play. I've tried already. I can't fucking do it. Like, I tried the Wii.
So basically, because you just told me
it's a controller.
Yeah. So you just told me basically, you just want the Nintendo platform to play your Nintendo games. Because even if it had all multi-platforms, like I gave you the scenario, you wouldn't even play them there. So basically, you would just be buying it for exclusives, like everyone else, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying the Nintendo Switch can be plugged. You just said power is not the issue, right? Correct.
Controller.
So basically, it's the controller, which it's solvable. They give you an option with the controller. So what's your real excuse? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it the $40 controller that you have to pick up? That's really.
I'm not doing that. I'm what sense does it? Listen, do you buy? When do you buy a product and you know what? To play this, to use this product the normal
way. You can use it. Well, you
let
can
me go
use
out and
it.
buy something else.
Oh my god! But you can't use it.
When have you bought any electronic and then had to go out and buy a different peripheral for it to work the normal way? When?
It does work the normal way though. Maybe you just might not like that comfortable feel. So if you want another comfortable feel, they give you that option for that Pro controller. I'm trying to figure out why. Look, I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm just trying to figure out why. Because it seems like it doesn't really.
Listen, that's like you buying an iPhone because you're an iPhone. That's like you buying an iPhone, but like Apple is like, you know what? To fucking type the way you want to type, you're gonna have to go out and buy another peripheral. You're gonna be like, huh? Are you fucking retarded? I gotta, like, let's say they just didn't want you to like be able to type, I don't know, fucking sideways or upright or some shit like that, whichever way you prefer to do it. And they're like, you gotta go buy another device to do that. You're gonna think they're fucking retarded. That's what I think Nintendo is.
But doesn't the Switch come with the
device to play the way?
Yeah, J-Man, it comes with that thing that you could slide off your shit.
You slide the thing onto it, right?
So basically,
that's the main controller.
Yeah, so that's the main controller. So BG, so that controller looks.
That controller don't even have a D-pad, bro.
Yeah,
no, it don't.
Yeah, it definitely is different, yo. I won't lie to you. It definitely is different. It's definitely different.
Well, you talking about when you slide the things off the side of the tablet?
Them Joy-Cons don't got a D-pad.
Yeah.
It's like the face buttons.
They don't got a D-pad. I don't know, man. So, yo, like, definitely Nintendo's in, like, a really strange position, man. Like, I feel like all the problems can be solved if they just really drop some fire games, all the games that we want. I feel like it doesn't matter really what it was, but if they just had the dope games, the dope first-party games, then that's be it. Imagine
but didn't they have Kofi? Didn't they have
dope
games on the Wii U though?
No, that's the problem. All the dope games are on the 3DS. That's what I'm saying. Imagine they switch, like they cancel that, and all those development teams switch focus to that. Like, yo, we got one platform instead of focusing on developing for two platforms. We Nintendo, we just got one platform. We got to develop games for it. Like, yo, I don't like Game Freak will be making the next Pokemon on that, which would be huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see how that could fail. Like, the next Fire Emblem could be on the Switch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying it could be. And yes, I'm giving you guys a lot of, like BG said, a lot of hypothetical situation. But I'm just saying that's the only way I see the Switch, like, popping and being a success. If it has, like, all those games.
Define success?
Well, success doesn't mean being, like, I believe success doesn't mean number one or even number two. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel, just because, like, the Xbox is in second place and is losing to the PlayStation doesn't mean that's not successful, right?
Well, it's not successful. I would. I mean, the Xbox One is, well, at least was, definitely not successful. It's becoming successcuseful.
I think it was successful from the start. It was beating. Right now, it's outpacing the 360. Why would you say that?
Within Microsoft are unabashed at the disaster. They don't consider it a success. They're trying to turn it into a success, but
okay.
Not originally. I mean, of course, but this is a corporation and what their internal projections are versus like what we would consider a success to be. I'm wondering for you, like not sales wise, but like you want a litany of like great first party. Like even if the Switch sold one console and it was to you, would you consider it success if it had 50 great first party Nintendo games and you're the only person who got to play it?
Yeah, well, for me, like if it brought me the games that I want to play, like that's what I'm trying to say. Like Nintendo has IPs. People always come out here and say like, "Yo, Mario, Zelda," which is true. They're big hitters, big in their library. But like, if you look, like I said, if you just glance over at the 3DS catalog, man, imagine if their home console got them kind of games. Just imagine. The kid,
it's gonna be hard to kill off.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm
install base though. You know what I'm saying? That's their bread and butter.
No, man, that's what I'm trying to say. But like, I don't see how they can support both though. I just don't see it. If they're supporting both, I'm on the side that the shit's gonna flop. I'm on the side of this shit's gonna flop if they're supporting both. If they're supporting one of them, like the Switch, and like full focus going to that. You know, the like I said, the Fire Emblems, new Kid Icaruses, like all those games, the new Pokemon, the main series on the Switch. Then I feel
do you mean like they need to stop production of 3DSs or not put any more games out on it?
Yeah, like stop productions, like end it and just end it and just have one platform. That's what I believe.
They said they supported it to at least 2018. That's what they said.
That's gonna be tough to kill off the 3DS.
That's what I feel like they got to do for the Switch to be successful, though. Because, it's basically the 3DS, and you could plug it into your TV. Boom. Like, I don't know how they could fuck this up.
Well, then Nintendo, they'll find a way.
Yeah, they'll find a way. Yeah, they'll probably fuck it up.
Nintendo.
I'm gonna be out. Yeah, they're gonna find a way. But
they have the most like well-known IPs in gaming, and nobody wants to buy their systems.
It's crazy.
They have the most known IPs, and like when people ask for them, they don't give it to them. That's a
problem.
Yeah, it's on both.
Yeah, that's a problem too. Like they have a lot of problems that they just need to get over. Like it seems all simple in my head. Like it seems so simple. You know what I'm saying?
People are like Nintendo, please let me give you my money. Nintendo, like, I don't know. I'll think about it.
Yeah, it's crazy because the shit seems so simple in my head. When I think about it, I'm like, yo, it's like 1 + 1 in my head. But like
simple enough to Nintendo, apparently.
Like, I don't know what's going on over there, man. Like, I already accepted the fact that I'm not playing multiplats on Nintendo, even if they brought like all multi-platforms on that console. Playing it the same way as a PS4. I would not play multiplats there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what are you saying?
So you getting this Switch day one?
It depends on the launch library, actually.
All right,
now Zelda's gone. I want to see at least what games they're gonna have day one. You know what I'm saying?
If they have remastered, bro.
If they have some dope, if they have some dope games day one, I'm gonna cop it. If they don't have no dope games day one, then I'm.
They using the same games they tried to sell the Wii U with. We see how that turned out.
I was gonna get it day one, but now I'm just gonna wait.
No, but low key, you have to see the launch library. If somehow they have like some shit in development, then that is fire. Then you might want to pick it up.
See, there you go with a what if. There you go with a what if.
That's what I'm trying to say. It really is what if. It really is what if until like because we need more information. That's what I'm saying. My whole thing about me getting is a what if too. If they deliver on all these things that I'm saying I want, then I'm gonna get it. If it doesn't, my sales on a what if too.
Are we gonna find out more in January? Don't they have another?
Yeah, January 12th.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see like the launch lineup then. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't count on that emergency lineup because people need to realize this was an emergency. This is like Nintendo hitting an emergency break with the Wii U. Like this wasn't like planned like 4 years ahead. Like, hey, in 2017 we're gonna be releasing our next console. They realized the Wii U was about to go off the fucking tracks, and they hit the emergency brake and like pull that switch. Let's start production.
I think it's been an R&D for a minute though.
It must have been because the Wii's been flopping for how long now?
Yeah,
so
at least 2 years.
Because we've been hearing this hybrid shit for a hot minute. It's not even like we've been hearing this for a hot minute.
It takes way longer than that to like have a smooth console.
But don't all companies go into R&D for a new console as soon as they release the other one?
They're probably thinking about it from time still. Like, what's our successor? You know,
it seems like this is what they want the Wii U to be originally anyway.
Yeah, that's what it seems too. Yeah, man. All right, man. Yo, we went on.
Kofi, man. Before you move on, I just want because I need to dip.
All right, yeah, we about to do outros right now, bro.
Oh shit! I thought because I saw there's still like a million more topics.
I know. Yeah. We can't cover all of them today.
Okay, never mind that. I'll stick around. I thought this shit was gonna go for like another hour. I'm like, yo,
we about to.
Yo,
yeah,
Tony
we
was
about
like,
to
yo,
cut, bro.
hold on, brother.
yeah, like yo, I'm looking at topics. I'm like, son, I got games to play, man.
Yo. we went online. Yeah, we definitely about to cut. We'll save them for next show, if anything, man.
All right.
So we're gonna do our outros. Yo, Demon Ralph, you want to do your outro?
Yeah, sure. Thanks again for having me, Kofi. Really do appreciate it. Follow me on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, Demon Ralph. Subscribe to everybody in the cast. Everybody here is great. Thank you for having me again, and it was a pleasure.
Jack, I didn't forget you this time, fam.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Make sure you check me out on YouTube, as well as everybody else here. But Jack Move Johnny, y'all gonna see me riding a little wooden pony. Y'all already know what it is, man. If you like gaming, because I don't really be on the other fuck shit, man. If you like gaming, check me out, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, we got J May.
Yo, my bad. I had to go mobile on my way to work.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, JMay518. Follow me on Twitter. Check out the channel. Same thing. I will be doing a $15 PSN giveaway on my channel. So please come subscribe. I have that video up probably tomorrow morning. So yeah, come check me out. You know, I got my reviews on games and talking about the PS4 Pro as a 1080p display owner. But great podcast. Great talking with the fellas.
Yeah, make sure you go check out J May, man. Like, yo, go check out his channel, man. He has great content. He even talks better than me and shit. Like, I be stumbling around my words and shit. Yo, he's a clear talker. All right, yo, Jay Barry.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. It's your boy Jay Barry. Make sure y'all go out and get that Pro.
Oh boy, my man. Yo, Sony needs to give this guy a job, like for real, bro.
Look at that game lineup that you have in your cupboard or whatever cubby. Look at the games that you want to get rid of. You know you're not gonna play some of them games no more. Trade them bad boys in. Go get you a Pro, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, thanks for having me on. I'm gone.
Mr. Million.
What's up, Kofi? Thanks for having me on. It was my pleasure. I enjoyed talking with you guys. But if you want to find me on YouTube, I host the TXR podcast. I'm the host of that show, and I just started my own YouTube channel. It's pretty much Randall Thor 19. Follow me on Twitter, although it's kind of tough to say because it's Rand_Al and all that stuff. So I'm sure you'll find me if you want to see more of what I do. But thanks for having me on.
Tony.
All right, yo, thank you for having me on, man. I always love being on the show, man. So much fun, you know, chopping up with you, Kofi, and the fellas. So everybody else, you want to check me out, please go to youtube.com/throwdown show. Check out both my podcasts, Thursday 10:30 and Sunday at 10:30. And follow me on Twitter at Romudeth, ROMUDETH. Right there, you're going to find links to all the stories I write and me fighting fanboys on a daily basis. Never a dull time on my fucking Twitter, man. But yeah, thank you for having me on again, man. Lots of fun. And shout out to everybody that was in the live chat with us. You know, always, you know, fun seeing you guys in there.
Yeah, and Mr. Weapon Wheel, aka Brooklyn Skill Tree, aka the Gaming God. Say outro, bro.
You already know. Weapon Wheel. Brooklyn Skill Tree, Switch is trash. Is gonna fail.
All right, yo, people, we out, man. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back at our normal times. Remember, this podcast is bi-weekly. Happens every 2 weeks on Monday, 8 p.m. Oh, today's not even the damn Monday. We were late. My bad. I had to delay this shit until Tuesday. But yeah, it usually happens, you know, Monday, bi-weekly, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll check you guys out later. Thank you for tuning in.